Good day, viewers. You are welcome to another exciting edition of our program, Political Insight. And of course, we are having a special edition which we tag Road to Edo 2024. And of course, we have been looking at the issues, that are coming up with regards to the election. A lot is happening. Candidates are making last-minute preparation for this particular election. Just as electorates are also trying to make last-minute decisions as to the candidate they will cast their vote for. So a whole lot is happening. And then we also have the electoral umpire, talking about INEC, also expressing their commitment and their readiness to conduct free, fair, and credible election. And of course, we've also gotten a reassurance from the security agents as led by the IGP, Inspector General of Police, that they are ready to ensure that this election is heat-free. Of course, the candidates are making last-minute soup to ensure that they are able to get at least good supporters, going to Saturday election. Just as the electorate too are also making last-minute decision on who to vote for. All right, so this special edition, we have a very special personality in our studio. I'm talking about the governorship candidate of People Redemption Party, Mrs. Patience Ndidi Ofure. Warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me.
Wow.
I'm very glad to be here.
How has it been?
It's been wonderful. It's been good. It's been a journey. Nothing good they say comes easy. So our state is a very great state. The heartbeat of the nation for that matter. So a lot of work needs to be done. And by God's grace, we've done that work and we are at the peak of the whole Saturday is going to be election. And we've gone through villages, met people, done a bit, and we believe that our work will speak for itself, that God will magnify everything that we have done and make it better and bigger than we think, and also, most importantly, touch the hearts of the people to vote right, because, we've tried the norm, but we need to move from the norm, to do better. I think the norm has not favored us. If the norm has not done good for our economy, for our schools, for our hospital, for human capital, for our, human resource, then we need to look elsewhere, where we feel we can have better development. We can have development that can speak for Edo. Edo State should be better than it is right now.
Absolutely.
The heartbeat of the nation and all that. So yes, we've been doing our work, and we believe by God's grace we will get victory.
Okay, so let's get it set. The election is just 4 days away. And I'm sure right now you're already feeling the jungle fever. Are you experiencing the jungle fever? Like the heat, I could tell. So how far would you say you are prepared for this election?
Yeah, so far so good. I would say I'm very, very much prepared. I am very, very much prepared to win this race. We've gone through to the different senatorial zones. We've done even those parts I have not been. My people are, working. Which is because I can't be everywhere at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I am very, very ready. We've shared our voice. We've aired our voice to the people. We've shared our agenda. We have talked to them one-on-one, gone to the grassroots, which are very, very important. The grassroots are the one that I call them the real Edos. The real Edos, the real people, not just the bourgeois, but those in the market, those, doing their little things here and there. Those in those areas that you think they don't matter, but they matter, the rural areas, the grassroots themselves. So we've done our bit, and I believe with what we have done, God will amplify it and give us victory.
Very well. At least from your outreach out there, I'm sure you're already having the impulse as to the feeling of the people towards your candidature. So, what's your acceptance like, in terms of how appealing are you to the people out there?
This acceptance is huge. It's really, really huge. I go to communities that are like, oh, I like her. Oh, you're successful. People just keep praying for me. Like the place I left now, a lady just said, as you're talking, I just connected with you. And that's what it is. It's been joy, both men, women, praying and rejoicing that yes, the difference is coming. We now see something is different. This is somebody speaking from the heart. This is somebody really, coming to us. And so many communities will say, those people, they don't even come to see people like us. They don't even come to such communities. They don't even reach out to us like, you have come and all that. Me, I'm a people's person. I'm of the grassroots, so I like to feel the pulse of people. I like to feel your pain point, and let's see what we can do together. Not just what I want to do for you, but what is your problem also. So I will know how to, channel things. So yes, the acceptance is huge. The acceptance is more than 100%.
Wow, wow, wow.
From the youths, from the women, from the men, from everyone we have seen. And they are helping us also to pass the good news.
Okay, so as of this very moment now, you've gone through the 18 local governments, 192 wards in Edo State.
I've not gone through the 18 local. I've gone through local by myself, but as a collective, of course, yes.
Okay.
As a collective,
and the message,
yes,
you are very sure with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the spread of your party?
My party, PRP, we have spread in the 18 local governments. Of course, when after the presidential election, we had some downfalls. But with this election, we are building again. I say before we're 12, 14, but since the election started, people that are in the different places, they've been coming up. Yes, it might not be as huge as we want it, but the most important is we have people and we are building, we are growing every day, leaps and bounds. We've been able to bring in people, even in some areas, in some places where we don't, in some polling units where we don't have people, we've been able to build, that relationship and build membership. Wow. So yes, we have grown to all the nook and cranny of Edo State, and we are still building.
Okay, so let's go to the meats of the matter now. Talk us through your manifestos.
Yeah, so my agenda for the Edo people is just three agenda that I feel encloses everything that we need. One is a human capital development. When I talk about human capital development, I'm talking about investing in human beings, because people are the greatest asset that we have. Human beings need good education. Education is key. You see the way our schools are. I want to build an educational system that speaks for the 21st century. I want to build an educational system where the teachers themselves, we have professional development programs that can help them, make them standard, make them stand in the global community. That's what we want. If you look at what UK is saying, the Mafido family, they're the best in UK. They're the smartest people. That means Edo people are very smart. So if our teachers are not given that enabling environment, definitely things will not work well. And then our students, I want to build an institution, both from primary to tertiary education, and an education system that speaks, for the 21st century also, like putting technology, digitalizing our system, and also making people to understand that even the disabled ones, they need to be nurtured. People learn in different ways, whether virtually, whether talking to them. Our classrooms are in shambles. That we know in our public schools. We have no good public schools. So I want to invest in education. And also people talk about, we have to give scholarships. There are some families that cannot go to school. Why? Because there's no money. So from primary to secondary education, I want to introduce free education. We've done it in the past. We'll say, how do we get the money? Of course, there are ways we can get the money. Introduce the free education. Then for the tertiary education, we'll give scholarship to those that qualify. And also something that they call grants also to those families. Then there are measures that we can look to see, okay, families that can qualify to be able to pay at least a little, for school fees and all that. Then, those that are eligible and those that will not be eligible. And like I said, I also want to introduce, newness into our curriculum, entrepreneurship into our curriculum, digital literacy into our curriculum, and even civic rights. People need to begin to know their rights. People need to begin to know their history. We are coming from somewhere. So we need to be able to know that. So those are the kind of things I want to do in education, and also build a research institute. We have people that go to school, master's degree, PhDs, and all that. They don't have anything to use to implement or amplify what they have done, actualize reality. You have a biochemist. You have someone who did healthcare. You have somebody who did food and nutrition. There's no enabling environment for them to thrive. So I want to build research institutes that can speak for that, so that people, even if an education, it does not just end in going to university or whatever. Vocational studies, skills development, from coding to trading to carpentry to cybersecurity. Scrum master. Skills build the world. People who did not go to university in the United States, they earn millions of dollars. They earn a lot annually. They earn 6 figures annually because of skills. So I want to introduce those skills. So then some of us that finished school, we didn't even want to work anymore. I have an aunt who graduated. She just used her NYC uniform, took pictures with her twins. She just got married, and that was it. She sold okra. And that's how she made money in Abuja before she died. She made it, she had the houses they built, everything. It was her. So, and that's trading. She went into trading and it worked for her. So we want to be able to give people that enabling environment. What is it that you know how to do? What is it that you can do? Let's open. As I talked about the Research and Trade Institute that will be built so that people, then healthcare. Healthcare is very, 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 very important. Preventive healthcare is very, very important. I want to look into preventive healthcare, mental health, maternal and child health, and also emergency. My own mother died because people did not understand emergency situation. She went to the hospital. She was alert and oriented. She called me, and I called her on phone. She said, "Don't worry, I'm now in the hospital where I'll be taken care of." The doctor, not knowing what he's doing, negligence, gave my mother volume 5 to go to sleep and gave her drip. You don't know what is going on. A medical doctor that does not know that when somebody is peeing profusely, it could be diabetes. Is it high? Is it low? What can I do? Is it orange juice they need? Is it insulin? Just give my mother drip, and it saw solution. The woman needed sugar, they gave her solution. She went into diabetic coma. That's what I can attribute it to. I might not be, because I'm in healthcare, so that's what I can attribute. The next morning, she sent my mother away, saying that my mother went into coma. The next morning, this is somebody that came to the hospital alert and oriented, talking. She spoke with me, So they took her to the hospital at Asaba FMC. Getting there, they said, "Oh, the family, this is a die emergency situation." They said the family should go and register. How do somebody who is dying register? That's how the family stood there to register. My mother died in the vehicle. So emergency medical services is very, very important to me. So all those kind of things. Then our infrastructure, in our medical facilities is in shambles. Nothing. Especially our women that go and deliver, coming out and all. It's God that takes care of them. As a mother, I've given birth through natural delivery. I've given birth through C-section. So I understand what it means. It is between life and death. So if you have a healthcare system that does not have the right infrastructure, that does not have doctors that are even willing. Why? Because one thing is to have a job, another is to be paid and to be gainfully paid. Some people are employed but don't gainfully employed. So we want to look into their salaries. We want to look into public salaries. People are talking about 70%. I'm looking at 150. And when we give that 150, you know what we're going to do? We're also going to better our economy, so that by the time you take your 150, you're not borrowing at the end of the month. So that 150 is just cushioning, So the healthcare system needs to be standardized, really, really standardized. And our doctors, our nurses need to be trained, quarterly training, annual training. I'm a healthcare. I get trained all the time. I write things, I do kind of programs that help me to get myself up there, because we learn every day. Knowledge things are different. Things, they're different knowledges all the time. So we need to bring them to speed. Then the other one is, of course, I talked about the skills, the skills development for the youths and the women, and for any able-bodied person who wants to get involved in it. Talked about the digitalization and all that. Very, very important when it comes to that. And I've also, in education, I talked about vocation, So let me note. Then the other one is diversification of our economy. We have oil and gas. We are over-reliant on oil and gas. Even the oil and gas, we don't even know what to do with it. Because from coal, from gas, we can generate thermal energy. We can generate thermal electricity. We don't even know that we have the power in our house. We're going to Sokoto to look for what is in our Sokoto. So we have all those things. So we need to diversify. Agriculture was the mainstay of the Nigerian economy. Edo State is an agrarian economy. We are big in agriculture. We have cash crops that can bring trillions and trillions and trillions of naira. And more than that, I don't want to use dollars because this is a naira economy. People come and they put money in dollars. When you keep shouting dollars, you're causing more inflation in your economy and all that. So we have a lot of, resources to be able to create wealth. I talk about rubber. From rubber you can generate. From a rubber plant, when we do things right, having manufacturing industry, because that's another thing. We're going to invest in agriculture, tourism, technology, and manufacturing. We need to begin to manufacture what God has given us, so we can be a productive economy. From rubber, you can get gloves, you can get tire, you can get foot mats, you can get rubber plates, you can get hose, you can get tubes that you use in a hospital. A lot of things come from rubber alone. Revenues that's, when we begin to generate, it will be a win-win situation. There are some people that they don't even. Japan is a knowledge-based economy. No resources, knowledge. But Edo State has knowledge and resources. So nobody should come out and say they are poor. Nobody should come out and protest for hunger, because we have what it is. The only thing we lack in Edo State is visionary leaders. We don't have the leaders that are visionary. We don't have leaders that think for the people. We don't have leaders that are compassionate. We don't have leaders that are committed. That's the big problem we have in Edo State. And apart from rubber, we have timber and wood. We have the best of the best wood, soft and hardwood. We have the wood, and again, we are a wood society. We know how to use wood to do. Look at the artifact that is being returned. Those are made by us, by our own people, with wood and all the great things that we have, So I want to bring a furniture village in Edo State, where people will come from all over the world. I have a friend who came to the US to come and buy furniture. I said, how can you leave Nigeria? Hey, go to Benin now, tell them what to do, and they will carve your things for you, But because we do not have people who understand vision, who are visionary, they are not able to do that. Apart there are several things we can do with wood. Look at our palm oil. Okomo is an investor. He's a foreign. People used to think that Okomo oil is Nigeria. No, it's not Nigeria. It's a foreign investment, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we need something that we can call our own, because when there's no competition, things are expensive. People will tell you we can't even afford Okomo oil. Why? But before Okomo came, we know how we do our oil, and we enjoy it, right? So we want that fresh oil. We want that fresh. Or you want to be able to create an enabling environment for people to go into agriculture. I know we talk about insecurity. Yes, that needs to be curbed. Why do we have insecurity in the first place? It's because of hunger, poverty, unemployment. So when people say, how are you going to claim security? And you don't talk about a camera, CCTV, all those things are important. What if you put all the CCTV everywhere? You put all the soldiers and the local police in everywhere, and people are still poor, people are still unemployed, people are still hungry. Insecurity will continue, because the cameras are not going to stop them from you kill one today, you will kill another tomorrow, because they are hungry. The idle mind is a devil's workshop.
You obviously have a very robust agenda for
infrastructure. Okay. Our road system, our water system. I grew up in an Edo State where we have pipe-borne water. Now people are proud to say they are digging a borehole. I understand that, whatever we have right now, something that I call a low-hanging fruit, let's use it. But borehole is not sustainable. In short, we are digging hole for flooding, for earthquake, and all that. That's what I do. I'm a public health person, so I know what that will bring in the future. So we need to cover that. We need to go back to the basics. We have water, but I'm sure people are being paid. But you can't open your tap and get good water, treated water. We have rivers, streams, and all that we can use for all that. Then infrastructure. We have a railway that goes from Lokoja to Igwebe, meaning we already have something in the system. We rehabilitate that and build more, for our system. Look at it.
Well, where do you think you get from what you've said now? In fact, you have a lot to do for Edo people. And the complaint of the government over time has been that there is scarcity of resources. Because in as much as I know that this will generate income in the long run, but how do you intend to generate the needed income to ensure that you're able to at least invest in all this area to achieve that long-term goal?
It's all about partnering with people, public-private partnership. You bring in investors.
Okay.
You bring in investments. And for me, I was the chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora for the United States. And I told the government, I said the first private or foreign investors you should bring should be Nigerians in Diaspora. Because we come with knowledge, we come with global connect, we come with expertise. So there are a lot of Edo diaspora that are smart, that have made money, that have made influence, that we should start with. Yes. Because you know why? Because when we build in our economy, it stays in the economy and it circulates. When you only think of foreign partnership, They come, they don't build the way you want, but they take back home. You can stop them from repatriating. But when an Edo person does it, it stays in the system because this is your land, this is your community, this is your home. So that's where we're going to start. And we're also going to be looking at, what comes in, because there's something where we have to start from begin from what we already have, like 17 billion, but that's no money coming to the environment. Then security vote that is not even used for security. In a system where government or people in government are richer than their community, that's backwardness, and that's the backwardness, the retrogression and hunger that we see in Edo State. So we're going to be opening our doors. We're going to tell the world we are ready for business. Money will come. People will invest. The diaspora, like I said, I chair the diaspora, and I know what we sit down to talk about. People are ready to invest with a government that has integrity. People are ready to invest with a government that when you put your money there, you're going to have return of investment. People are going to invest in a place where there's an enabling environment. And that is how I come in.
Absolutely. So let's look at, from what you've said now, and then from the efforts you've seen the government we've had over the years have made. Would you say, okay, there's something different you are bringing to the table? Because if you ask this present administration, I will tell you, okay, in education, in a bit to upskill our educational sector to the 21st century standard that we have Edo Best. We are building modular refinery, this Shomo plant, and then the gas that you talked about is ongoing and all of that. Is there something that people should hold on to? Look, this woman is not just giving us political statements. These are like, this is what I had, this is what I intend to do, and this is how I intend to achieve it.
Yeah, the thing is that the development when I think of development, I think of Ambrose Ali and I think of Ogbomudia. That's when we had real development. Everything you see now is on paper. Edo Best is a paperwork. All those things you see, most are on paperwork. If not, why did you come out to say you're hungry? If the state is really making money, so much debt, how so all these things you're doing is supposed to be generating money for you. Or so if those things are not working for the people, it's on paper. Because if it is working, you will feel it. I want something that is tangible, something that human beings experience, not something that you talk on TV. You see the roads. Do you understand that a good road network, a good road system speaks for a good economy? That a good school system speaks for a good economy.
Absolutely.
A hospital system that is digitalized, that works for the people, speaks for a good economy. If you invest in people and you see that their life is thriving, they will not come out to protest. They are hungry. It speaks for a good economy. So the government has failed and failed woefully. So the only time I think of development, or I reckon the development, is what our forefathers did, Ambrose Ali and Ogbomudia. With the governments from 1999 till date, nothing. I was born in this city. I was born in Benin City. I went to the same primary school. I went to Samara University. I graduated from Ambrose Ali University. Look at the road to my school. And you're talking about, is that development? And somebody will come out and people will come out and say, oh, it's government road. Go to GRA. Those days, I lived in Ogbelaka, Awo Lane. Although I'm a grassroots person. My mother was just a civil servant trying to take care of her 2 children. I live among the people. I lived among the people. So I know what I'm talking about. Look at the roads. Those days when we go to GRA where my aunt used to stay, you would think for you are going to a big man's quarter, because it is. Right now, GRA is in shambles. GRA is in shambles. The roads are worse than the other roads. So are they federal government road too? No. Have gone to BUI. I've gone to INAP. And I'm like, no, this can't be GRA that I know. This can't be the areas that I've been to. When my mother went to Delta State due to creation of the creation of Edo and Delta, I lived with my aunt in GRA. To you're living big. Right now, it's just nothing. So when you think of development, it's what our forefathers has done, not what this administration and previous administration has done. So it's on paper. We want to see something that is tangible. Look at Ambrose Ali University, a government university.
Okay. There's this argument that political analysts and even those within the political cycle are pushing that. Look, it's always easy to make statements when, okay, you will do this when you are outside. But when you are within the circumference of government, that's when you really feel that, look, these are things that, or there are situations that might even be overwhelming to even your ambition to do well. So, and this speaks to your experience. Could you talk us through your experience? People will say, okay, maybe in politics, particularly in Edo politics or even Nigeria, as the case may be, you may be a rookie. So do you have any record to tell the public that, look, I've served here, this is my scorecard? So do you have such records?
Awesome. That's a very good one. You see, consultancy is key. What I would say I did with the government of Nigeria when I was chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora is consultancy. We come home several times a year to provide solutions, talk about the educational system, have programs, have seminars, give ideas, even put blueprints together of, this is what can happen with healthcare, this is what can happen with human trafficking, this is how we can curb it and all that. If those ideas, if those blueprints, I wasn't paid for consulting. I did it as pro bono because that's what we do. We travel home with our own resources, stay in the hotel with our own resources, everything. When I'm not in the United States, I'm losing money. Okay? So when I'm here, and all. So if those things were put in place, it will affect Edo positively. It could have affected Edo State. It could have impacted in my state positively. And that was actually what led me to leadership, because I saw that I was talking to people who don't understand vision, who don't understand human beings, who are not interested in taking care of lives. That was what brought me into politics. I'm not a regular politician. It's the annoyance of having to leave US with my own resources, leaving my young children, coming here to profess solution, do this, let's do that, let's do that. I even reached out to our governor, Obaseki, in regards to human trafficking. We didn't get any report. Then, as God, we have it. We had a town hall with Buhari in New York, and he was a part of the entourage. After the meeting, I walked up to him, introduced myself, this and this and this and this, and what we want to do. Let's create the awareness. Let's begin to tell people this is what to do. Let's even speak with the government. This is and this and this what you can do to remove these people from this whatever. Oh, he was excited after he left till today. So yes, I've been working. And guess what? I don't have to have been a senator or a local government chairman and all that. So my brothers, please tell me, the ones that have been, tell me what they have done. The ones that have been local government chairman before they became senators, or before they became House of Assembly, or before they went to governor. Even this governor did not do all that before he became a governor. Oshomole did not do all that before he became a governor. But no, they all failed when it comes to policy. Policies that can help your businesses, help your school, help your healthcare, help your human capital development and all that. They all failed. Because if there is, please tell me, because I'm not seeing it. That's why I'm here. You look at the buildings. Most of those buildings I left in 2006. They are still there. Look at the zinc. Nothing is working here. No high-rise building in a whole Benin city. This is one of the cities that the Portuguese came to trade. We started trade. We started international business, and we are still backward. No, we can do better. There's so many things I can generate, that I can do for myself. But guess what? No man is an island. In the midst of poverty, nobody should claim to be rich. In the midst of abject poverty, nobody should claim to be successful.
Okay, thank you.
That's why we're here, to work with our people, for the people to vote us in, People's Relation Party, vote us in so we can work collectively. I'm not saying I can do it alone, no.
Okay.
It's a partnership, so we can move our state forward and move lives forward.
Okay, there's another thing you have to also contend with, which we also make the voters or the electorate out there to be okay. I think she has the ability, and I think let's cede power to her. In Edo State, for instance, we have 3 senatorial districts, and people just feel that Edo South have been there over time, Edo North have been there over time, but let's just look at Edo Central. Are you from that zone? So let's start from there.
That's really funny. Okay. When I started, people keep asking me, where are you from? Where are you from? I said, if I'm not from Edo State, why would I want to run? I didn't know why they were asking. No. One time I asked my chairman and other people, they said, oh, no. They're asking me because they want to know the senatorial district that you're from. Okay? I'm not a tribalist. I'm not a tribalistic person. I'm not a racist. But I understand where our people are coming from. But if we give it to the wrong person in Esa Central, we're not going to have good governance. And when I come from Esa Central, it's not about Esa Central alone, it's about the states.
Absolutely.
Yes, we need somebody that can unite Edo State so that After my tenure, people will not be thinking, oh, it should be this, it should be by merit. Leadership should be by merit. But because of the way the government have messed up the people's mind, they are looking for, okay, let it be turn by turn. But as God will have it, it's in the turn of the place I'm from.
I think the people, at least that will resonate well with the people, you know. Okay, just moving on. Now you have pitched against the heavyweights. I'm talking about APC, PDP, and of course the Labour Party. Do you stand any chance at all? If you have to be sincere with yourself, you know, considering what these people have built over time, the structure, the so-called structure.
Yeah, I think most of our problem comes from I would say our media. I told ITV the same thing and others. I don't see them as heavyweights. I have sieved 3 of them and they came out very, very light. There's no weight in them. Why is there no weight in them? You're in government and the whole environment is stinking and you're heavyweight. Yeah, so I don't see them like heavyweights. Like I said, you know, I've sifted 3 of them and I don't see any weight. Because especially for those in government, how can you be heavyweights when there's a lot of poverty? In the midst of abject poverty, there is nobody can claim to be successful. Especially for those that have been given opportunity to serve. Chairman of an EDO Economic Council. You have bad roads like this. Business cannot be transported. Lives, cannot, instead of 30 minutes journey, they are 2 hours. Instead of 2 hours journey, they are there for 6 hours. A good road speaks for a good economic system. We're talking about children learning in the midst of water, classrooms open, and you go paint one and you say you've done work. Hospital system, putting down our specialist hospital and putting something that is, so they are not heavyweights. A heavyweight will work, A heavyweight will work for the people, put in structures, put in policies that can better the life of the people and make sure things are thriving. That's what heavyweights do. So I don't see heavyweights. And let Edo people remove that from their brain. You have tested the norm. We need to test something different. We need to work with PRP, People's Redemption Party, the party with the key, the party that has come with victory. For us, who does not like redemption or victory? That's why we're here. So there's no heavyweights anywhere.
Just the last one. Just about 2 weeks ago, 5 parties aligned with APC. Some are thinking this is the 11th hour, and perhaps I don't know if they have started wooing you already, but are you receiving any of such that within the next 2 days or 3 days, you might want to go into alliance with them, maybe to form government with any of this. I don't want to use heavyweight since you kick against it, but are you not see such ambition of going to alliance with any of these?
Is that ambition? Of course, people have been weighing me, saying no matter of thing. I think it's disrespectful. Because if you have done badly, why will I join you? If I have seen Aswe do good with the economy, because the economy of Edo State was put in his hand and he dropped it on the floor. That's what he did. Nothing is happening here. So why should I join you? If he did well and we saw it, for me, it is results. It's not what you stay on TV and say. It is the result. We're looking at your report card, tangible. We want to see, want to go to that road and see, we want to go to the school and see, we want to go to the hospital and see. We want to hear people talk. We want to see market women happy. We want to see the students saying, oh yes. So it's not what you tell them to do or what you bribe them with money to do. It is tangibly. And as God will, thank God I'm not somebody you can bribe. Bring your billions. It does not move me. I might not have it, but I don't care. That's not your money is not my problem. It's not even your money. It's money that is meant for our commonwealth. So no, there's no need to join. And APC, of course, APC came to me. How would I join somebody I can do better than? How many reform has the APC put in the National Assembly? How many policy? How many things has it done to change ESA Central that he represents? So I'll be putting myself down. I'll be debasing myself. I'll be putting myself down to join people who have ruined the economy. And for my brother, the Labour Party, you're running an election, primaries, like the rumor. In every rumor, there's an iota of truth. People are saying you're sharing dollar. You know what you're telling to the Edo community? I'm bringing more inflation. I'm bringing more hunger because you don't spread dollar in a naira economy. That is what is happening in our country generally, in the whole nation. And some people will just be wanting dollar. What are you doing with dollar in a naira economy? Why don't you build yourself and all that? So seeing all that and all those manner of things that are happening. No. I can't join such people. They should be joining me. Yes, APC should join me. APC should work with PDP. APC should work with the PRP. PDP should work with PRP. The Labour Party should work with PRP. And for those that are going, they don't know why they came into the race for the first place. In the first place, that's what it is. Those people that are aligning, they came because of their stomach infrastructure. They came because of their stomach. They didn't come because of the people. It is those that will stand the test of time that you know why they are here.
Wow. What a way to end the show. We sincerely want to thank you, Mrs. Patient Ndidi Ofure, for sharing your thoughts with us, your manifestos. And I think thousands of Edo people who will come in contact with this content or with this video, I think they will have to okay, I think it's time that we give this woman a try. Now, I want to believe that you have the full support of the women, Edo women out there, as one of their own. Okay, they want to push it. Okay, thank you very much, man, once again. And we strongly believe that whenever we call on you, that of course you still come and share with us. So we are wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
And maybe the next time I'm going to address you, it will now be Her Excellency.
Of course, by the special grace of God, yes. And thank you for bringing me on board. Yes, the women are on my side, the men are on my side too. Because when you talk about the women, you talk about the family, you talk about the community, you talk about the nation. So the women, the men, the boys, the girls, they are with me. And more will come on board by the special grace of God because they have tried the norm and they are tired of the norm. They told me, they said they are tired. And I'm sure you're tired too yourself talking to me. And you cannot continue to do the same thing and think that one day things will change. Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you put in is whatever you get. You decide to put the same people in, that's the same thing you will get, and even worse. So the next 4 years is very, very critical to our community, to our lives, to our people. And I beg you, vote the party with the key, the party with victory, the PRP, People's Redemption Party. God bless you all. And thanks for having me.
Thank you very much once again. So that's where we are going to draw the curtain on this special edition of our program, Political Insights. Of course, we are looking at the road to Edo 2024. And of course, just had the governorship candidate of People Redemption Party. And of course, I want to believe that you actually had a thrill moment with us. So see you in our next edition of this program, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.